get into some Fury Pro Grappling. Oh man, I'm excited. Excited to see some people fly off the mat. Andrew Koshel, man. I'm excited for him mostly. It's going to be a good one. Going to be a real good one. Pat Downey, Andre Petroski is a huge match. Huge match. So definitely answer that poll down there. That's as good as it's going to get right there. Pat Downey, Andre Petroski is an amazing matchup. So is Sean Brady, Richie Martinez. Wish we could get a Richie Martinez a little more in his prime, but that's okay. No problemo. Got the boys, John Morgan, Jay Ricobuto. Man, John Morgan got one of the dopest setups. My man literally does whatever. That's so crazy. All right. Welcome everyone. Be sure to leave a like. Be sure to leave a sub. Get some other people in here. Get this growing. But yeah, dude. Richie Martinez. That's a cool guy right there. And he's way bigger than Sean Brady. But we've already seen that similar kind of matchup with Sean Brady where he went against Craig Jones. And I wonder if there really is this unspoken rule of, you can't heel hook me. I got to be able to fight someone in a cage. Don't heel hook me. I do wonder if that's the case a lot of the time, but we'll see. Richie Martinez, though, definitely a big underdog according to the odds. We got a lot of good ones throughout this card, though. I'm really, really excited. Pat Downey and Andre Petroski had the dopest face-off. Petroski got the fur coat on while Downey got the fur hat on, and they get a little pushy. Okay, they get a little pushy. Security gotta step in. That looks so fake, though. They look like they were just having fun for sure. All right. Alrighty. Finally, we're getting started here. What's up? What's up? Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Which matches are you excited for today, my guy? I'm excited for Andre Petroski, Pat Downey the most, 100%. I'm glad people are already filling in that poll with Matt Downey. All right, that should be obvious. Oh, we're doing Mazza Keck first. Man, Tapology is crazy. Mazza Keck it is. Let's go ahead and get that one up. Pat Downey for show, bro. Like, if you're not picking Pat Downey, then you obviously weren't watching CJI. Obviously, Luke Rockhold wasn't trying his best. Probably didn't prepare like he should have been. But the way Pat Downey was going out there, that was impressive. That was a high pace. And Petroski, I wonder about how his... I think he probably is okay mentally. But, it's been a rough, past few events for him in general in UFC. So... yeah, the odds dropped, huh? Oh, dang! Is that for Petroski and Pat Downey? I think that's what I saw Downey at was a plus 110, and Petroski was like minus 145 is what I last saw on Bet Online. So that was pretty crazy, but we'll see. Got Keck coming out first, saying her prayer onto the mat right now. Pretty sure I picked Mazza for this one. I think Mazza's going to get it done. Local, Pennsylvanian. They'll probably want her to win with the matchup, but who knows? hard to tell with grappling. He had a good performance at Worlds, though. Fucked up some Dagestanis. Downey did, or Petroski did. I didn't watch the recent Worlds. Yeah, which were you talking about, Downey, or were you talking about Petroski? Because if Downey was doing that, I mean, of course Downey was doing that. It wasn't Petroski at Worlds. Why would he be at Worlds? That's a silly question, honestly. Dang, that's good to hear, though. Good to hear some American wrestling getting it done. Pretty sure Pat Downey's American, right? I'm not just making that up. Pretty sure he's American as hell, right? Alright, cool. Just wanted to make sure. That would have been crazy if he was like just completely different country. Alright, here we go. Round 1. Mazza versus Keck. They start with the grip fighting. Collar ties. Really being fast with the grips. Keck ducks under one. Ducking under a lot of collar ties, just clearing collar ties. Keck falls down trying to pull guard. Goes already into the reap and into the heel hook, but Mazza turns her back away and steps over. Yeah, Mazza's already breaking this up after the step over. But Keck is still chasing it, still trying to readjust and get a different angle. But Keck, again, just kicking out and trying to get her knee out of that. Yep, her knee's getting past that hip line really well. Stepping all the way around this time. Got a cross face now on Keck. Keck underhooking the leg now, trying to get into an X guard situation, but Mazza gets her leg out and gets to the knee on belly. Back spinning. Keck turtles and then goes back into her side. Now we're in half guard where Mazza is trying to knee cut through. All right, we're getting down to it. Mazza's trying to get that overhook. Oh, now she's trying to go over the head to pass the half guard. That's a really good way to pass. Going over the head and nogi especially. Keck now has a lockdown on that bottom leg, but the foot's up near the edge. It could get out pretty easily. Now Mazza trying to kick her leg out of the half guard, but not doing any good. Still working this headlock position. Really just cooking Keck right now. Working the far side overhook, or underhook, pulling up on the far tricep, now stepping over the head. Keck's trying to work a deep half, but her arm is exposed for the Kimura for Mazza. Now she's trying to hide her arm. Her arm is a bit safer now. Now we're in a pretty decent deep half here for Keck. She's trying to swivel her legs back, hips back and forth. Still swiveling the hips, but Mazza just holding down the position, not giving any big reactions for Keck to work with. Keck's going to have to be the one to move here in this deep half. Doing pretty smart moves at the moment, though. Keck is like really trying to go through her sequence, and really focusing on protecting her Kimura arm that's still getting threatened by Mazza. Okay, and it's the deep half where Keck's got that head resting on the leg of Mazza. Can't really do anything from there. Mazza now. Keck has abandoned the deep half, so we're switching back to the headlock position in the half guard with Mazza on top. Now Mazza trying to go and turn her over with the headlock. She has. Now they're in north-south. Keck tried to take the back from there, but did not work. Side control now. Keck turtles going for the single leg. Keck stuck in this turtle position in north-south. Mazza doing a really good job of not giving her anything, pulling on her shins, making sure she can't drive forward, sprawling hard on her. Keck needs to think about switching an angle to something. Up, she gets her leg out of the single. Now it's north-south in the turtle position. Keck falls to her side. Mazza about to step over the head with this head and arm lock. Lets go of the head and arm lock, but stepping over where the exposed back is. Keck still on her side with Mazza north-south with her head in between her legs. Again, Mazza just making Keck carry all of her weight, doing some just grueling wrestling, whereas Keck doesn't want to give up any sort of pass. we need to work some sort of offensive guard of some sort instead of turtling. We can't worry about any sort of point situation. We got to worry about, you know, getting some offense. Mazza tries to make a leap to the back from this turtle, but ends up in the half guard on top with Keck re-guarding. Keck's got to get moving in this last minute and a half. We'll see how the OT goes, but I figure Mazza probably going to do pretty well. Okay. Mazza trapping the bottom leg in the half guard with her legs. Now trying to weave her arm through the half guard and maybe do a quick pass cutting over the shin, or maybe going to the other side. But really not rushing. She knows she's probably up here. Although Keck did have that heel hook attempt in the beginning. Now Mazza's going for her own leg attempts, going for her own heel hook while Keck is looking for the knee bar possibly, or her own heel. Keck trying to get that backside 50-50 going. Now coming over with the single leg X. Keck hugging the leg. Mazza trying to counter with her own leg lock, but Keck stacking all the way through and now attacking the opposite leg, but she loses control. Now we're in north-south with Keck on bottom and Mazza on top. A lot of offense from Keck, honestly. Mazza not going to the start of Kimura position. Oh, now Keck falls back into a full reap on bottom while Mazza standing up, but Mazza pushes the leg down and then turns her knee out. And then gets the pass into side control. Now she's locking in the Darce. She's got a locked in Darce now. Keck is in her turtle position. Mazza trying to flip her over. Get her on her side. She abandons it. Goes for the arm lock instead, but it slips out. Wow. That was a nasty transition from Darce to arm lock. But now Mazza going for the bicep slicer off that Kimura grip. She stepped over with the torso. Now she's going for that squeeze on the bicep. She's figure four to her legs. Really squeezing. And she gets the tap with 9 seconds to go. Ooh, drop a like, drop a chat, drop a sub for that sub, baby. That was amazing by Mazza. Lived up to the odds. Lived up to the odds. Very good one. Mazza with the nasty bicep slicer finish. That was gross. You could tell how hard she was pulling on that too. Very nice from Mazza. Very nice from Mazza. Local, coming in from her hometown. Probably getting all that love. That was very nice. Very nice. Goodness gracious. What a beautiful, beautiful setup. Going from the Darce while Keck was turtling, not flipping over to her side like Mazza wanted to, staying in that turtle position, and then going from there into the arm that's not locked into the Darce from the armbar as Keck tries to re-guard. She slips out. Mazza gets on top with that topside Kimura position and decides, you know what, I'm not going to finish Kimura. She's been doing that the whole match. Steps her leg fully over the torso instead, and then pulls in that bicep slicer. And then figure fours the legs, and that's when it's done. It's done. Oh, it's so, so beautiful. Very an unorthodox submission, but that's exactly what you want to see with this rule set. Because she did not want to go into OT. She felt like she was dominating on top, getting out of all of her leg locks. It was very easy, just the classic single leg X, and then she reaps. Just push that leg down, turn your knee out, and then you can step over the torso. It's really good, really good. She really practiced all that defense to make sure she wasn't going to get caught in any of that. And that was really impressive. Let's get on to our next bout. I mean, Tapology ain't even got stuff in order. So I'm going to assume now is Damian Melendez and Bruce Quinn. I'm going to guess. I'm gonna put a little feeler out there. I could look at the the Instagram post that they put up that shows the whole bout order, which I probably will do. Let me go ahead and do that, actually. I got that. Okay. Sean Brady is looking good, though. I feel like he's got the upper hand on Richie Martinez in this one. Tell me who you got in Sean Brady, Richie Martinez tonight. I would like to see that down in the chat. I would like to know what people see, because obviously it's massive odds. Richie's 40 years old. We've already seen Sean Brady go against Craig Jones, and although Craig probably wasn't looking to, heel hook him and do anything like that because of his UFC career, I'm imagining, I truly don't know. I don't know what the unspoken rules are. Okay, it's Pontano versus LaFragola. All right, that's a good one. We got LaFragola in this one. Oh, I need to switch that, actually. Okay, LaFragola versus Matt Pontano. We got CJ Fragola coming out first, 5'10", 190 pounds. Ooh, let me get those stats down for you. My bad. Also, get that ad up top out of here. No one wants to see that, obviously. All right. This guy's got a lot of good. Fragola's got a lot of good accolades from like his younger years too. He's been very active throughout his whole life. So definitely going good with LaFragola here. Appreciate everyone coming through. Hey, don't forget to drop some likes, drop some subs, drop some chats. I want to see who y'all got for Matt Pontano. For CJ LaFragola, we got even stats too. 5'10" on both sides, 190 pounds. Both guys weighing in. But we are going with LaFragola. LaFragola for sure. Because if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this is a CFFC guy. This is definitely someone that they want to win. This is someone that they're wanting to build up. Who's been on their roster, you know? All right, here we go. Immediately, Pat Downey shoots a takedown and is caught in a darce, but then spins out of it beautifully. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little behind on the time. 5:43, 5:42, 5:41. 10 seconds behind. 10 seconds behind. All right. They're back standing. LaFragola with the inside bicep, but then Pontano gets sprawled on again. Now he's caught in the head and arm. LaFragola trying to feed through to either a darce or anaconda. Now he's spinning to the back, and he's got the leg and the head. Now he's got the full back control. Got a seatbelt grip, and now he's looking to take it back on one side. Getting that little wrist grip. Still just working that backside. Very far back on the hips, not overcommitting to it. Just trying to break his base down. He gets him on his side for a second, but then Pontano returtles. And LaFragola goes back to riding the hips, trying to take the back with his seatbelt. Working both grips. Pulls him back onto his side. Tries to get that head and arm. Trying to force a lot of submissions with explosive pulls. Back into north-south turtle. Now LaFragola spins to the back. Gets what looks like nope, just no hooks in yet. He's spinning back and forth, just testing both sides, playing with his underhooks and wrist grips, trying to get Pontano to open up somewhere. He's putting a lot of pressure on the back of his head with his own head. Using a good far side thigh pry to make sure Pontano doesn't overcommit. But now Pontano falls backwards, and now he's working. LaFragola's working in his guard outside passing. He's got the grip on both shins, trying to work around the right side. Pontano now is sitting up in his butterfly guard. LaFragola going to have to deal with something new. He pulls in the headlock and now tries to use the over-under to pull him over to one side, but Pontano gets his half guard back. And LaFragola is trying to stuff the leg down and then pin that bottom half guard leg with both of his legs, and he's got it. He's trying to get a crossface, but Pontano's got one arm in. He's using his frames together, pushing off with his forearm, trying to get his face away. But now LaFragola is starting to get a full crossface. Pontano's trying not to let it get completely locked in, but now he's opting to stop the frame on that crossface. Ooh, getting a little nasty from Bono with his elbows is Pontano. But LaFragola with a really good crossface, trying to stuff the far arm to maybe get an arm triangle situation going. Still got that bottom half guard leg pin, but now Pontano leverages an underhook and gets down. And now they're in north-south turtle. But LaFragola's got that top position with the headlock. Ooh, Pontano gets a double wrist grip. He doesn't want to come up for any wrestling, it seems. He wants to play this bottom game. He's on one knee now while LaFragola's standing. Pontano now opting to fully stand. Looking a little bit tired, but LaFragola's breathing heavy himself. Over-unders for both fellas. Ooh, LaFragola gets the knee tap and stops Pontano from getting off the edge of the mat. The ref lets it keep going. We're still in the white space. Very good technical takedown knee tap by LaFragola. And he's got the far side underhook on Pontano. Pontano trying to get his inside butterfly hook in from this bottom half guard. Ref resets them. Pontano probably going to start from an open guard position. Yep, Pontano from an open guard position on bottom while LaFragola is going to be passing on top. Maybe looking to outside pass again or pull on the head. Yeah, Pontano reaching a lot with his arms, but not letting his head get too far past his hips. But LaFragola just runs into the guard and just goes straight to the half guard and just pulls it on top. Immediately gets the cross face. Pontano trying to get his shoulder crunch, but he's not getting the forearm in front of the face first before he starts setting up that shoulder crunch from bottom half guard. Now LaFragola uses that arm triangle from half guard situation to get the pass. And now he's got a good, nice wedge situation going on with his side control. LaFragola or Pontano from the bottom trying to frame off the face with the hand and then get a overhook with the near hand. Ooh, good shrimp away. Pontano gets his guard back. LaFragola back standing, and Pontano working his bottom butterfly guard. Got a much better stance now, reaching out. Not going to get pushed down now by LaFragola. He gets back to that neutral stance, though, and LaFragola starts going once he gets that. This is on UFC Fight Pass. UFC is life. That's where you're going to have to watch it. I'm just giving the play-by-play. LaFragola pulling into that top half guard again and just stuffing Pontano trying to get up. Now Pontano maybe thinking about a deep half. Ooh. LaFragola just stuffing Pontano's face down with the cross face. Okay. Now LaFragola trying to throw by the far arm. Oh, Pontano working to an underhook from this bottom half guard now, but LaFragola just stuffing every time, and now he stands up and works again the outside passing from his open guard. 32 seconds left. Looks like we are going to get to OT here, but LaFragola pulls his head in. Now we're in north-south turtle. He spins again to the backside. Pontano electing for this turtle position by getting pulled forward from the head. LaFragola far back on the hips, maybe trying to get some sort of last-ditch effort on something. But it looks like we're going to have to go into OT here. Yep, just riding out the back here on the turtle position. Okay. Thank you guys for coming by. That is the end of the first time for CJ and Matt Pontano. Now we're going to get into the overtime round. I'm not sure if it's overtime first to score or if it's overtime where we start in a back take spiderweb position where we go for it. I haven't seen Fury Pro Grappling in a little bit, so I'm interested to see what kind of overtime rules we got here. But yeah, drop a like, drop a chat. Let's get more people in here. Appreciate everyone coming by. Let me see. What do we got for the results here? I'll end the poll after and check out who y'all pick between Pat Downey and Andre Petroski. That's going to be our, burner of the card. It looks like first to score here, possibly. All right, here we go. 2 minutes. We'll just go right now. All right. Once it hits the 4-minute mark, it's up. Oh, immediate knee tap by LaFragola. Oh, and that's it. He just gets the beautiful knee tap. It was first to score. Pontano didn't know the rules. He didn't realize it was first to score, and he's upset. He didn't even understand that that's what was going to happen. Immediately got scored on and is upset talking to the ref. He's like, "Why? You should know that before you even compete, dog. I mean, you came out here for a UFC Fight Pass thing. You should know the rules. I mean, unless it wasn't explained to you in the back or if something like that happened. I don't know. Maybe there was something happened, miscommunication somewhere, but Pontano not happy with that result. But it was a beautiful knee tap by LaFragola. I mean, he was just probably going to start doing everything that he was doing in that beginning time. But again, that's 2 picks back-to-back, right? Mazza and LaFragola going 2 for 2 so far. All right. Very nice, very nice. Let's see who we got coming up next. All right. Now it's got to be Damian Melendez. Bruce Quinn, right? I got to be right about it this time. Oh, man. That was a really, really good knee tap. It's textbook. Shot his arm through like a shot put while getting the far side kneed. That was just very nice, very nice. Moving on to our next bout. Who we got? Because Tapology is not in the correct order. but we'll see. We got Andrew Koshel. Let's go. This was our banger of the card right here. Andrew Koshel is a submission like sniper. This man, or more like a submission onslaught. This guy is nonstop, over and over and over and over. And he has got good guillotines. He's high pace. He's like Andrew Tackett in a way with his high pace. And he's not going against a bad opponent. This guy's actually pretty decent, and he goes against people that are similar to Andrew, and I've seen him win against them, but those guys aren't as explosive as Andrew necessarily. But Reynolds has got a very, very good body lock passing game, and I really like seeing that, if I'm remembering correctly from what I saw. But yeah, definitely a good one coming up here. I'm expecting a submission from Andrew here, but we'll see. Again, our first man out here, Jack Reynolds. Yeah, very exciting. I'm pretty sure also an MMA fighter, no? Or just grappling? No, it's just grappling, but a lot of it. He's been out here. I wonder if he wants to make a transition. How old is he? Oh, we don't even got an age. Maybe we can get it once he comes out, but Jack Reynolds out on the mat. Not... Okay, do we have a coach? I don't know if he's got a coach. I think he's got a coach here. Alrighty. Let me get my next prediction up on the screen. So for anyone coming in, appreciate y'all coming by. Don't forget to drop a like, drop some chats. My mate from Berlin smoked Koshel last year. My bad, he was a purple belt. Yeah. Wait. Is that on here? Was this last year, 2023? Maybe here? Was this it? I don't know. Maybe he was doing some other regional thing, but that's pretty dope. I mean, yeah, no, Andrew's definitely got holes. Like that's the give and take of his style, is he exposes himself because he's so wild. Which some people are so technical that they just get away with it. Like the Rotolo brothers, they're just very well-rounded. All right, we're getting into our fight here. Andrew Koshel, Jack Reynolds. Immediately start, collar tie. Jack Reynolds double collar tie, but pulls on that outside tricep. Now he's getting the Russian tie. Man, Reynolds showing some good stand-up game so far. Was meeting the pace of Koshel here. Not scared to go with him. Ooh, Koshel pulls guard, bottom half. Koshel, a leg lock guy himself, pulling back and trying to counter leg lock Reynolds now. Very surprised Reynolds decided to pull guard, but he uses it to sweep. That's a smart move by Reynolds. This is what I was saying. I was worried about Koshel a bit because Reynolds, he's got technique and he's got smart decision making. Oh, Koshel uses butterfly hooks to sweep Reynolds, and they're back both standing. Very nice, very nice. Heavy collar tie by Reynolds. Koshel is getting his neck ridden on in the collar tie tricep grips here, and just getting double collar tied, getting his neck just absolutely blasted. No pause. All right, yeah. Reynolds now just focusing a lot on those collar ties, pulling his head around. Koshel now electing to pull guard and going into the single leg X, electing to cancel his reap and then go into an X guard, but Reynolds spins out. Koshel comes out on top and now trying to pass a butterfly guard here. Gets into a leg drag. Reynolds pummels his legs back in. Koshel thinks about falling back on the leg lock, but stands back up. Oof, man, this is a high pace match. Koshel now starting to take a second to look at Reynolds' guard, how he's going to pass it. He just goes to his knees, pulls into the half guard. Reynolds grabbing the back of his tricep on the near side. Yeah, double wrist grip for Reynolds. Now he's starting to underhook the half guard leg. Koshel jumps for that headlock, and he gets it. He's in that deep guillotine, and he's kicking his leg out of the half guard, trying to go to that full mount transition. This is a really good move from Koshel. Now he's in the side control as Reynolds tries to get his legs back in. Now Koshel on top in north-south. Oh, man, really good match so far. Now, Koshel gets back up and lets Reynolds get back to center with his guard. Koshel back standing, working the outside pass. Great pass by Koshel. Koshel jumps straight into the half guard. Just electing to get this top half guard position. He must have liked it a lot. Knows he can cook Reynolds here and maybe tire him out. Now he's got a deep crossface in this top half guard. Reynolds trying to dig some sort of underhook in, but Koshel now Gable gripping his arms together with the crossface and underhook on the far side. Reynolds gets his frames, but Koshel trying to get that hook over the head and maybe get that headlock going again as Reynolds tries to use an underhook, but Reynolds takes the underhook and back and gets back to his frames, trying to get a knee shield in. Koshel trying to weave his arm through the top half guard and maybe pass, but Reynolds not letting him get any wrist grip to start that pass. Reynolds very aware of what Koshel wants to do in this position. Reynolds now sitting up from this top knee shield position, or bottom knee shield position. Again, just trying to stop Koshel from getting some sort of wrist grip. He knows what pass is coming, and it's very fast. And Koshel probably still has the speed advantage at this point. All right. Reynolds still just trying to sit up somehow. Koshel shoots for that head again, but now he's switching to the knee bar, and he gets it deep, 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 and Reynolds has to tap. Oh, my gosh. Koshel feints the half guard pass by going over the head, feints it, and then goes all the way over the torso with his leg that's not in the half guard into the knee bar, and his hips are deep, deep in on it, and there was no chance for Reynolds to get a figure four to stop it because he was using a knee shield that whole time. Very tricky from Koshel. That was a beautiful knee bar. Oh, great match. Great match. Really, really good match. Everyone leave a like for that one. Oh my gosh. Nasty, nasty knee bar from Andrew Koshel. Oh man, he's definitely gotten better since your buddy got him, because like Andrew is on a pretty good tear on the pro scene, but obviously losing recently and lost to Pat Sabatini. I mean, you can't blame him for losing to Pat Sabatini. Pat Sabatini is a great grappler. But man, great match. It's crazy. Joe Pyer is actually going against this guy that had a canceled bout. I'm interested to see how that would have gone instead. But if Pyer beats Wiley, it would be cool to see him and Andrew go next. But, Andrew, obviously a big leg lock guy. Pyer might not be into that. I don't know. We'll see. But great match by these guys. Excellent match. We're getting into our next one here soon. Oh, sorry, I got that timer still going. Whew. My goodness. We've gotten two finishes out of the three so far. We got Quinn and Melendez is now finally up next. Oh my God, we finally got it this time. Right when I wasn't ready for it. I could have had that up. Oh my goodness. Here we go. I had so much trouble finding anything on this man over here, Bruce Quinn, but I did find it. I did. And although he's older, I bet when he was younger, he has a very disciplined game. Very similar to... Did CJ win? Yes, CJ LaFragola won. It's true. Hold on one sec. Let me highlight your thing so you know I'm talking to you. Yeah, CJ won. CJ definitely won. He looked really, really good. He got the OT knee tap takedown to get the win. I'll just type it in for you. Yeah, via knee tap. Knee tap takedown, to be precise. Just so you don't think I'm saying it was a knee bar, because that's what Koshel just got. I don't know how educated we are here. Okay, I just gotta check. But Damian Melendez now on the mat. And we're getting Bruce coming out next. I'm pretty sure Bruce is also more of a gi guy. But maybe it was... No. I remember... Okay, yeah. It was in that dark room I saw Bruce going. And it was a very strange event. But I was able to find it. And he looked good. Very, very like technical, proven game. But again, I just don't think at 42 years old, maybe Damian is just might gonna overwhelm him here. I think the moment is a little big, but we'll see. All right, got our guys to the mat, meet in the middle. All right, here we go. All right, guys, heavy collar tie. Quinn deciding to pull into the half guard with an underhook. Trying to get a knee shield in and getting an underhook on the leg too. Going into the deep half. Already going for the sweep is Quinn. This is good. If you're going to pull this half guard, go straight into the sweep. And Quinn gets the sweep and the pass going into side control. Beautiful, beautiful 42-year-old old man jiu-jitsu. No offense. But Quinn, beautiful. That's exactly what you want to see. That's exactly what you want to see for Quinn. And you know what? This was my underdog that I said. This was the underdog. I said, hey, man, he might get it here. Quinn is no joke. And he's already got the back whenever Melendez tried to turtle. He's got the back take now, and he's got a lot of energy. Like early on in this match, he's got the full back now. Hooks in, fighting for the cross grips. Man, really trying to peel the chin up and get his arm under. Oh, he's got one. Oh, he's trying to slide that forearm under the chin, but Melendez doing a very good job of keeping both of his arms up, stopping that, and fighting grips constantly. But it's hard to even get these hooks out of you from the bottom whenever you're always worrying about these chokes. But now Quinn getting closer and closer to fully getting it in. Maybe thinking about transitioning over. Oh, he's got the back now from top side turtle and trying to flatten down Melendez. Melendez still trying to survive. Now he's getting his head pulled up from this bottom turtle, and now they flip back over. Still Quinn with the back with 4.5 minutes left. Let's just hope Melendez doesn't rush a finish and maybe tries to set something up. You can also get tired from chasing this for a long time. Now he comes over to the top side mount. 3/4 mount, now back into the half guard. Oof, reverse half guard for Quinn. Showing the back. Trying to push that top side half guard, or that top leg on the half guard from Melendez. He lets it go. Melendez looking a little tired now. Gives his back and turtles again, and Quinn takes the back almost. One hook in. He's got the wrist grip on the underhook. Trying to get that second hook in. Just doing a good job clamping on the hip, though, with the one hook and then the outside leg. Making him carry his weight a good bit. Now he's got both hooks in. Trying to flatten him out. He's getting a little high, though. Melendez could buck him off. He's trying to reach down and get a hook out. Might spin into the top side full guard. Nope. Quinn getting the full side back now with both hooks. Oof. Trying to get that forearm across the face is Quinn. Pulling really hard on the head with both arms. Making it nasty for Melendez. Really, really nasty. Not doing him any favors. Being the pretty big favorite. Oh, now Quinn's getting closer and closer to getting that forearm under the chin. If this goes to OT, it's very interesting. Oh, Melendez pulls one of the hooks off, but then pulls one of his arms out in turn and gets into a triangle now. Quinn pulling on the triangle. Already got it fully locked in with the figure four. He doesn't have the foot behind the knee, though. He's got the angle on it with the underhook on the leg. Now he's squeezing his legs together like a pair of scissors. And Quinn is trying to... Oh, he gets all the way over into the full mount now with a top side triangle. Now we're on a bottom side triangle again. Quinn locking it in. Got the angle again. Now trying to squeeze and pull down on the head. Oh, Melendez pulls out and squeezes his head out. That's insane sub defense from Melendez. That was a fully locked in triangle. I don't know how he got out. Now he's in top side half guard against Quinn, who probably used a ton of energy trying to submit him and trying to finish that triangle. Probably squeezing his legs a ton. But Quinn getting his far side arm from this half guard, shoulder crunched right now in a crucifix sort of situation from the half guard. Melendez trying to flatten him out, but Quinn getting on his side, maybe trying to think about a deep half. But his arm is very, very isolated right now on the far side by Melendez. Melendez now pulling into a Kimura from top side half guard. Quinn getting a lockdown to maybe slow him down. Melendez breaks the lockdown though. And Quinn looking like he's breathing pretty hard from this bottom position. Melendez looking up at the clock. Quinn keeping his arm fully extended so that way the Melendez can't lock in the Kimura fully. Oh, now Quinn getting onto his side and now digging an underhook, but Melendez responding with a topside headlock. Trying to pull through a Darce maybe. Very nice, very nice. Melendez using this topside head control from half guard to maybe pass. Maybe trying to just get to OT here. No, he's definitely trying to use this to get to some sort of pass or a Darce, but Quinn very keen to it, keeping his arm in that far underhook. But now he turtles, and Melendez pulls in a Peruvian necktie, but Quinn's head pops out. Now he's in topside half guard. Oof. All right. Melendez sits up to a butterfly guard while Quinn has got the body lock with 10 seconds left. Looks like we're going to be going into OT here. Melendez trying to pull over for a Hail Mary triangle. Not going to land here. We're going into our 2-minute OT. And now that we've learned about OT, it is first to score. First to score. Alrighty. Overtime incoming. Ooh, who picked someone picked Andre Petroski. I'm gonna keep that poll up until we get to the co-main event, because that is gonna be a great fight. Great fight. Or excuse me, match. I cannot believe that Melendez got out of that fully locked in triangle. I mean, Quinn did adjust to get his shoulder more pressed against the side of his head, but Melendez was not having it. He was trying to posture up that whole time. All right, our guys are taking a good bit of time to rest here before the OT round. All right, now we got him to the middle. Remember, first to score, first to score. All right, here we go. Immediately start. Melendez pushing hard forward, but now Quinn pulled guard. Trying to go in that deep half again, but Melendez has got the control on the far side arm again. Really, really crunching it into his own shoulder. Oh, but he lets it go and gets a cradle position from this topside half. Using that instead to cook Quinn and maybe just give up the pass at some point. Sorry, we don't got a link here, Louis. And if you keep asking, I'm going to have to ban you from the chat. But I appreciate y'all coming by. Be sure to leave a like so we can get some more people in here. Ooh, Quinn now. Oh, he was actually pulling into that deep half guard. But they're at the edge of the mat right now. So he has no room to work, really. He literally is just trying to work from like an edge of an edge. Melendez pulling into that cradle again from the top side. How he goes a really, really fast knee pass. But Quinn turtles, so that way there's no points. Quinn's going to re-guard here. This would be a good time to reset them. Jesus Christ. Melendez has literally got his feet hanging off the mat. Oh, my Lord. Okay. Pause the time real quick. All right, we're restarting the middle from the bottom side knee shield for Quinn. Melendez weaving his arm through this half guard, maybe trying to think about a pass. But Quinn getting the bottom side Kimura now from this half guard. Probably just thinking about sweeping with it, using all of his energy. But Louis, it's on UFC Fight Pass if you want to get it. Quinn almost getting through with this weave, the arm weave through the half guard pass. Oh, but he gets out of it and goes for the Darce on the top side now, while Quinn is still thinking about that deep half. Quinn now fully reguards. With 3 seconds left. Looks like we're going to go to the judge's decision. I think that's how OT works here. Now? Are we doing that? Is the judge's decision? We think Quinn won. And also that's who I picked as my underdog. That was my emotional underdog. If you watched the prediction vid, Quinn. But yeah, I'm wondering. I think Quinn would win that with all of the submission attempts in that first round, right? Oh yeah, we're going to ref's decision. It's got to be Quinn. Got to be Quinn. Oh, a draw. Oh, there's no winner. It's declared a draw in Fury FC. Dude, if what? It's a draw if you don't no one gets a submission? Oh my gosh. You should just go off submission attempts at that point. Like real submission attempts. If you're going to base it off that and you're going to have a decision at some point, just base it off submission attempts. I mean, dude, that's crazy. Bruce Quinn had two fully locked. Well, no, he had a back take for over probably 2.5 minutes in total, and then a fully locked in triangle for a good 20 seconds. Oh my gosh, at least. But next we got Bella Mir, Gabby Best, daughter of Frank Mir, the legend. This is going to be a good one as well. We're going to expect Bella Mir to steamroll Gabby, but we hope for a competitive match no matter what. Bellator vet, grappling vet, Harvard Wrestling. Get this back to 6 minutes for us. Alrighty. Appreciate y'all coming by though. Man, okay. Pat Downey getting more votes on that poll. That's what I like to see. Who y'all got next? Mir or Best? That gotta be Mir for me. Let me go ahead and get the prediction changed. I mean, technically I picked Melendez in my video, but I said that Quinn was a good underdog bet. So like technically I got it wrong because I thought Damian would win, but I saw Quinn as a really good underdog to bet on this. Like, I mean, he had too good of a game and too much of an understanding of where he's at in his jiu-jitsu career to not have a chance. So yeah, I'm going to count that as being right. So now we're undefeated so far. Undefeated in Fury Pro Grappling so far, and we're probably going to stay that way with this minus 500 favorite, Bella Mir. Alrighty. Got Bella out to the mat, or was that? That might have been Gabrielle. Can't tell. No. That was definitely Bella, I think, because I think she's way taller. No. Now it's Bella Mir coming out. My bad. I'm all over the place. Had to have coffee for this so we can stay awake, you know what I'm saying? Because we are blazing through these cards. I love how fast these matches are. Very, like, digestible, high action, submission attempts. Except that draw in the last one. I just feel bad for Quinn, man. I really think he had that. Really think they had that. Bella Mir, 5'7", weighing in 141. Wonder if she's a flyweight. Is she a flyweight or a bantamweight fighter? So this is. Oh, I don't got time. We're getting into the match here. All right, here we go. Bella Mir, Gabrielle Best. Start. All right. Best immediately into the low single and pulls in. Gets the pass. Gets in the scarf hold side control with a hard cross face. Very nice. That was instant. Mir knew exactly what sequence she was going with. Low single. Got the angle outside. Pulled her in. Got the pass. Trying to get into the crucifix now is Mir with this hard crossface, trying to walk her hips up. But Gabriella trying to pull into a very, very unorthodox bottom guard and get her legs in front of Mir's face. She gets one leg through. Maybe trying to get an inverted triangle from bottom or some sort of guard started here. Ooh, very nice. Maybe even a buggy choke we could be looking at. Oh, this is very interesting from Gabrielle Best. Definitely not one to give up this side control. Just wants to make some sort of space and get Mir fearful of maybe something from bottom guard, but Mir is just hugging this underhook and crossface and stuffing her. But now goes under the knee on belly once Best puts her guard down. Steps over, trying to get that Kimura grip. Well, her Best is trying to work on a deep half, but Mir is already close to finishing this Kimura. Maybe she could take some notes from Mazza earlier and go to the bicep. Oh, now into the Choi bar. Stepping over. Best is trying to step over now and avoid the finish on the Choi bar here. Would have been nice to see Mir maybe go for that bicep slicer instead. It looked pretty effective. But now, rolling all the way over. Mir now on the bottom side working this arm bar. Now going to a triangle. Pulls on the shin and gets it fully locked in. Doesn't have the angle to finish, but could pull down on the head to finish. Best trying to do a downward dog to get her arm out, or to get her head out. Trying to throw the legs off to the side. Now she pulls the arm and tap. Oh! Best is saying she didn't tap. Best is saying she didn't tap. Mir pulled the arm and extended it hard, and Best was trying to roll with it and step over, but we'll have to see the replay on that. Mir with a bloody nose throughout all that action. Kind of crazy. Okay. Gabrielle Best looking pretty disappointed. She's thinking she didn't tap on that. We'll have to see a replay, but Mir looked like she was going for it. She was going through a very, very good sequence there. Started from top side control with a crossface, underhook on the far side, steps over the head to get the Kimura grip to finish it, and then steps all the way through and puts her leg across the torso to finish in a Choi bar. Doesn't get that, then switches to the triangle from there. And has it fully locked in, and Gabrielle stops her from getting the finishing angle. So that means Mir is going to switch to an arm lock at the very end. That was very, very clean. Very clean. Good sequence. Bella Mir is a nightmare on the ground, just like her father. That's what you like to see. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I still had that timer going. I don't know why I keep doing that. Oh my goodness. Definitely going to have to tweet out here. My goodness. Definitely leave a like for that submission. Oh my gosh. How Best was this close to tapping to that triangle. Dude, there was definitely no tap. I think the ref was just like, you were going to get your arm broken. Let me look. Okay. Okay. She's pulling down on the head, pulling down on the head. We got a better angle now. All right. She's still pulling on the head. Now goes for the arm. No tap. There was no tap. There was no tap. I think she just thought the arm was... I think the ref may have saw a one tap from the other arm not getting arm barred when she was trying to grab the leg, but it was literally just one, like, whoop. And maybe it was a technical submission where the ref thought it was going to get broken, and we got to stop that, so... Man, Bellamere with a controversial decision, but getting it done. Controversial ghost tap. Very nice. Mir looking beautiful out there. That was really, really nice. Let me know where y'all are watching from. Got 3 people in here. Who are y'all? Who are you people? I'd like to see. I know there's a way to. I'll have to figure it out later. Oh well. Oh wait, now I know. Some of you are hidden. Understandable. Alright. Fury Pro Grappling. 12. We're getting into our next bout, which has not been announced yet. We had to give Bellamere a interview, though. Well deserved. I mean, that was a nasty set of transitions. Looks like we're getting to our boy Alexandr Romanov next. Big guy on the grappling scene. He is actually really fun to watch. Once he gets on top, he is a polar bear. It is very, very fun to watch. And his takedowns, man. His takedowns. He just has so much weight and strength behind him. He's going against Dymere Rappa, who is a huge, huge underdog, and I think they did set him up. I think they did set him up for our boy Romanov to get a good dub here, but we're gonna still hope for a great match at our over 225 pound, and that's big emphasis on the over 225 pound division, because I guarantee you Romanov weighs 280 to 290 easily. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, and it even shows it here. This man is going to be big in there. Big, 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 big. No pause. But we definitely got Romanov next. Okay. Dymere Rappa coming out from Web MMA. 6'2". Definitely a big belly man like our boy Romanov. So at least we got two guys of similar weight here. I think Romanov also 6'2". Tapology got my man at 6'1". He said I'm 6'2" on Tinder. There we go. Appreciate y'all coming by for this next match. Romanov versus Rappa coming up soon. Romanov making his walkout now. Yep. Let me know who y'all got in the Pat Downey Andre Petroski match. That's probably our most contentious match that we got going for this card. Pat Downey looked. If you haven't watched Craig Jones's Invitational, go back and watch it. It's free on YouTube. You need to watch that. It is the most entertaining Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu event ever put on. Ever put on. It's fantastic. And Pat Downey had fantastic performances, even in his losses. But it's easy to see why he has a really, really good shot here against Petroski. So, but we're getting to Alexandr Romanov coming out in the Santa hat post-Christmas, putting it on his coach. He's also got the gorilla, like Emperor rash guard. This guy, Moldovan king right here, or Moldovan knight. Giving his regards to his coaches before entering the map. Gotta get the stylish ass socks off. Man, my man's got drip head to toe for this Fury Pro Grappling event. Romanov looking big though. Even compared to Rappa. I feel like Rappa probably looks 15, 20 pounds less. Yeah, easily. Got shorter arms, it looks like, too. Okay. Romanov versus Rappa, here we go. All right, let's go. Rappa posting one arm far out on Romanov's head. Romanov just clearing it, swatting it away. Rappa with his back to the edge of the mat. Romanov getting a outside collar tie. Worked it inside now. But Rappa doing a good job of pummeling in. They move back to the center. Rappa fainting a little bit for a level change. Romanov trying to work that Russian tie maybe. Yeah, definitely just feeling out the grip battle right now. Romanov circles Rappa's wrist in, and Rappa feels it. Now they're fighting for collar tie position. Romanov getting that outside tricep, maybe. Yeah, a lot of working on the feet here. Both guys not really get a good advantageous grip. Someone's going to have to make a move soon. Pushing off to the edge of the map, they recenter. Romanov with a heavy outside collar tie again. Trying to get a grip on the other wrist, but just having trouble. Rappa just not letting him have it. Trying to pummel constantly. Not being lazy at all. Ooh, arm drag by Rappa. Almost lands as he goes down for the single. But Romanov gets out of it. Very good arm drag attempt by Rappa. Very fast. Rappa working an overhook now with Romanov with a underhook on the right side. Now he gets out. Tries to snap down Rappa. Romanov trying to get a little inside sweep. Working an inside trip too. Now they're in the over-under on the edge of the map. They move into the center. Over under in the center. Rappa tries to back out. Ooh, Romanov with the throw by. Now he's got the back control. Rappa now turtling. Romanov tries to make a turn to the back. But Rappa flattens out and gives him side control. This is the worst place you want to be if you're Rappa. Romanov side control, full mount game. He moves him over into the leg drag. Rappa's got his back exposed on his side. Now they're in the north-south, and Romanov's trying to work a north-south choke. Oh, and he gets that tap. Rappa just absolutely disappointed with that performance. North-south immediately ends. North-south choke immediately ends it. Yeah, I'm sure Rappa is not happy with this rule set, with this map. We need to get karate combat pits and all these things. Either that or a very, very low something. Just anything but this. Like where there's a drop-off. Like this is not conducive to good like stand-up. It's going to be a lot of people just not being able to do anything on the edge and then they just get caught. But I mean, that was probably going to happen no matter what, but I don't like that. Definitely need a pit. Good match though. Great submission by Romanov. North-south choke. Very underrated. Great submission. My man Romanov, is he going to get a... My man Romanov's probably going to get an interview, isn't he? He got the Santa hat back on, repping the Moldovan flag, going around the ring. My man is Santa Claus, honestly. He's got the beard and everything. Initially goes for the back take off that turtle, but then Rappa just elects again for side control. And then the way Romanov got the over the head from that side control with the near arm and then weaved his arm through his other legs to turn Rappa's hips over, and then just got that transition to the north-south choke beautifully. That was really good. Really good transitions. All right, Dean Thomas and Romanov, what do they got to say? My man Dean Thomas in the Japanese flame tiger and panther jacket. Jesus, leather too. Romanov just thanking all the organizations. He's got 2 Fury Pro Grappling wins now. Did he lose his last grappling? Yeah, he did to Roosevelt Souza, but beat Christakis, which is like, he's the light heavyweight. Christakis is the light heavyweight. Again, that was a mismatch, probably. Yeah, then a heel hook by Souza, which was, eesh, that's nasty. Yeah, that he's talking a lot of crap to Rappa, but Rappa definitely just was not used to that like open mat rule set where it's just you can dive right off. Let me see who. Free agent Romanov, maybe thinking of going to Cage Fury. Yeah. He wants he's thinking about other things too, putting it as a putting his name out there saying, "Hey man, I might be open to come out elsewhere." Obviously this heavyweight champion thing in the UFC isn't working out. So if you need to be a champion in your organization, call me. Very good. Very good very sneaky. I like that. Good layup question by Dean Thomas. That's the play-by-play we're all waiting for. And we're getting into our next match here. That was a good post-fight interview. Good for him. Hope his free agency works out. Alrighty. Now we're getting into some speed. We're getting into our flyweights. This was another massive one. Phuma Nkuta versus Riley Palmer. What can I say? Phuma is 8-0 in MMA, and he is a nasty, nasty grappler. He has been going off on the regional scene. I think he lost his recent grappling bout one. Yeah, so he lost via neck crank, Warrior Cage Grappling to Brett Pastore. He's not in a cage now, so he's not going to have to worry about anything like that. But we got Riley Palmer already out here on the mat. Oh, never mind. They're just showing replays from Riley Palmer's. Very good guard. All right. Very, very high pace, too, with these lighter guys pulling crazy guillotines going into the north-south, getting the regard, then finally finishing with an armbar. Oh my gosh, yeah, this prior match was insane. He's got so much film on him, Riley does. It's very fun to watch. These flyweights, man, this is where you see the best kind of speed here. Apologies. There is food in front of me now, so I will mute every so often. But I will try not to eat during the play-by-play. But we got both our guys coming out now. Palmer out first, I think. Sponsored by Spivak Jewelers. Sergey Spivak's got his own jewelry company, guys, if you didn't know. Okay. Phuma Nkuta now. Coming out first. Repping that South. Is that South African flag? I can't tell what his flag is, but find out in New Jersey. Sarah BJJ. Matt Sarah BJJ. This is a very good camp. Find out South Africa. Yep. But this is a great camp, obviously. Ray Longo, Matt Sarah, all those grappling guys. This dude is grappling with some of the best people you can be grappling with. I did pick Phuma to win. Let me get that back up, actually. Get my pick in there. Yeah, but Nkuta definitely going to be, I think, the aggressive one on top. Trying to... Ooh, but he's got a knee brace on. I don't like to see that. I didn't know about all this. But Riley's got a good bottom guard, and he can re-guard really well and then come up to the wrestling at the same time. So you want to be careful if you're Phuma. You got to get to side control, and you got to get your wedges in, and you cannot rush positions. You got to get control as well as you can. But Riley's going to be one of the strongest people, probably the strongest grappler that Nkuta has competed against. Probably not again in the training room. Probably fought against some other guys, but Palmer is really, really good. Both these guys have really good surging MMA careers right now. I think you will see at least Phuma in the UFC from what we've seen so far. All right. Riley Palmer looking huge for his size. My goodness. Coming out on the map. I definitely think Riley's got the size advantage against Phuma. All right. They're coming to the center of the map. Here we go. Getting it on. Both guys putting a lot of distance between them. Definitely both in wrestling stances. So we're going to see probably a little bit of a mirror match in the beginning. Oh, Palmer shoots in and tries to shoot in a headlock immediately. Just pulling his, snapping down. Both guys reaching out far with a lot of distance between them. Palmer thinking the mat's a little bit slick, trying to wipe his feet a bit. Blocking collar ties for a second, then breaking. Just mainly doing this grip fighting with the hands. Now both guys, collar timed, separating again. It's going to be on who shoots first. Palmer feinting his shots. Nkuta feinting his sprawls too. Showing him he's ready. That you can shoot if he wants. Heavy collar tie by Nkuta. Palmer shoots, but Nkuta sprawls really well. Both these guys are going to be really quick in the beginning. Probably going to go to OT, to be honest, because these guys got to probably have a good gas tank unless someone gets an upper hand here. Now, Palmer with the underhook. But Palmer shoots down with the heavy collar ties and tries to get that low single. Nkuta, again, sprawls it immediately. Ooh, Palmer almost let his lead hand that was protecting his leg get caught by Nkuta. Now, Palmer with a little throw by and trying to get that single, but Nkuta rolls out of it. These guys are moving at very, very high speed. A little bit of grip fighting from both men. Heavy, heavy collar ties from Nkuta. They break. Neither guy finding an opening yet. Nkuta, though, not shooting a lot of takedowns yet. He did just shoot one, though, and it was sprawled by Palmer, but he goes into the headlock. Oh, it looks like we got a little bit of an eye poke for a sec. We're good. They're moving on. He said it's fine. Palmer with the heavy collar ties. Just trying to weigh down on Nkuta. Nkuta is slowing down maybe a little bit now. Palmer's still looking fresh and fast. Nkuta gets sprawled on when he shoots a single. Palmer shoots his own. Comes up to the underhook. There it is. They separate. They're back to the center. Definitely still got Nkuta though. I think he's going to figure it out. Nkuta with the collar tie and working an underhook. Ooh, Palmer feints the shot, then tries to come back up. Almost gets the topside north-south, but Nkuta's ready for any sort of shot that's happening here. Maybe need to work on some over-under grips and some trips maybe to kind of throw off the rhythm, but Palmer, again, getting sprawled on, but he's on an underhook now. A tricep grip. Nkuta trying to pummel his way in. They separate. 3 minutes left. Neither guy really separating themselves at the moment. Palmer looking like he's working a bit more. Now he's getting backed up by Nkuta with the collar ties. They go back to center. Palmer is trying to get low and trying to get under him. Feinting a lot of shots, moving side to side, but Nkuta mainly playing a lot of defense. Now, right when Palmer's trying to circle, Nkuta shoots, but gets stuffed again by Palmer. Nkuta's got the underhook with both guys' hips far apart. Neither one wants to let the other's hips get engaged. Once that happens, they're going to go flying, but we'll see. Maybe some sort of duck under on the outside. Just try to work some sort of hip-to-hip connection of some sort. Oh, again with the big duck under into the single leg, and Palmer pulls him down. He's on top of Nkuta. He's got the grip in between the legs, and now he's working over to the head control. Maybe think about doing a topside backspin with his leg to get to the other side of side control, keeping Nkuta from turtling. He's got that grip around the crotch, really, the crotch area. Nkuta's fully turtled at this point in the north-south, trying to think about a single. But Palmer spinning around to his side. Maybe trying to pull in a leg, get to a topside half guard as Nkuta spins through, and then, he gets his eye poked. Palmer gets his eye poked with a little bit of time left. 1 minute 30. They're going to separate it a bit. I'm going to get some bites of my burger. Oh, I think he got hit in the chin with his knee, actually. Nkuta did not like that. Or Palmer did not like that. They're back in the center of topside half guard. Oh, I didn't realize the timer was still going. I thought I added the time. All right, minute 28, minute 27, minute 26, minute 25. Starting with this top half guard. And Palmer had chest-to-chest pressure, but Nkuta gets to his side. But now Palmer gets that crossface back and gets his Nkuta flat on the mat. Chest-to-chest pressure. He's trying to use his free leg to peel out that leg in the half guard. Nkuta getting back to his side. Trying to gets that crossface arm removed. Thinking about a Kimura now. Trying to peel Palmer's head off his head whenever he's driving in. Palmer using all of his momentum forward on Nkuta. Nkuta not having any gaps to spin under, but he gets the space to get this Kimura grip in and really trying to leverage it now. He's got the figure four on the leg, and now he's letting it go and tries to go into the Kimura trap, but Palmer stuffs it and then gets the cradle. Back into the topside half guard. Does Palmer. Gets Nkuta down flat on his back. Nkuta works back up to his side with the underhook. Palmer gets that crossface and flattens Nkuta once again. Nkuta just keeping that chest-to-chest pressure. Now thinking about a deep half, but Palmer having the head and arm control from this top half guard. Now they scramble up, back to their feet, and that's the end of the round. All right. Going to 2 minutes, overtime. First to score. You guys don't know the overtime rules, first to score. We've seen one guy who didn't know it was first to score get immediately knee tapped, and he's like, oh, I'm fine with being in my guard. Didn't realize it was first to score. Got upset about it. Then the next one was a guard pass, I think, of some sort, maybe. Or maybe they finished out that. No, they finished out the entire 2 minutes and it was a draw. So you have to get a submission or win points in OT. Palmer and his coach exchanging a bit of advice. Looks like he's very focused in, listening in on it. They got their game plan ready. Ref wiping off the map. Both guys exchanging pleasantries. Good sportsmanship. All right, here we go. And we're off. All right, overtime round, Palmer and Nkuta. Palmer and Nkuta reaching out with each other's hands. Locking grips with the hands. Yep, really low shot by Palmer as he tries to swing under those grips. But Nkuta tries to shoot at the same time and they run into each other. Trying to mirror each other's stances, but Nkuta pulls guard smartly when Palmer looks like he's trying to shoot him. So that way Palmer doesn't get any points. Nkuta's working this bottom butterfly, now bottom full guard. Any sort of points will win. So Nkuta needs to think of some sort of sweep, but that's pretty tough. Nogi bottom full guard. That's really tough. So he's going to have to figure out some way to get points in a minute. 15 seconds, so we're going to end it in a draw. Nkuta trying to work the overhook on one of the arms. Palmer coming up to one leg. One knee down. Not letting Nkuta get any sort of start on this full guard. Stuff in the armpits. Stuff in the wrists. You got to stand up to break this guard, though. You have to do something to pass. Like, I would just stand up out of the guard. Nkuta thinks of a Kimura from bottom, but Palmer stuffs it immediately. Yeah, you got to stand up at this point. Nkuta trying to get a shoulder crunch from this bottom half guard. Trying to pull it in, but not getting any success off of it. Oh, now he's maybe getting a little bit more of an angle. Tries to shoot a triangle from bottom to Palmer. And Nkuta stands back up and calls him back to center with 20 seconds left. Still one first to score here. Palmer's going to have to start shooting. Start shooting. They both head clash when they both try to shoot down. Very slick mat. Oh, man. Palmer just shooting over and over. Nkuta sprawling. Come up to a headlock. He shoots a guillotine in there. He's really trying to finish it, but Palmer defending him. We're ending on time. We're ending in a draw here. Man, both guys just a very similar mirror match style. This rule set, they're both going to be shooting and sprawling at each other. It's going to be really hard for either guy to get that point at the very end. Now they're really able to get more of a submission threat going either side in that first bit either. But both guys are winners in their own right in the MMA. So they're always focused on that win. They're not going to give up silly positions like that. They're going to try and be patient with every move the whole time and go with the game plan. They didn't deviate from a game plan the whole time. They both did the same thing throughout. Ooh, a little more votes for Andre Petroski. Everyone in here are getting a little controversial with these votes. If you're not a Pat Downey fan right now, you didn't watch CJI, my friend. But who knows? Petroski, obviously a great grappler. I just think his momentum recently has been iffy. Both guys showing a lot of sportsmanship after the match, sitting down. Ooh, I think we are at Pat Sabatini now? Yep, I think we are. Pat Sabatini looking like he had a massive size disadvantage, but probably going to help him, if anything. Guy's probably going to be slower. Where's our boy Pat? Ah, here we go. Pat Sabatini. Peter Fazekas. They did kind of just find this guy. But Pat, recently, getting Herbert Burns, brother of Gilbert Burns, beating him in Fury Pro Grappling 11. Very impressive name. Obviously not as much as if it was an MMA win, but Herbert Burns, very good grappler in his own right. And beating who we saw earlier, Andrew Koshel, and Nico Price, all good grapplers. Like Andrew Koshel, obviously what we saw earlier, he's got a lot of weapons. So we're definitely going to be looking at a pretty good match here from Pat. Showing his highlight now with that Suloiv stretch from that back take. Oh my gosh. On Nico Price. Absolutely awful, nasty thing to do to your fellow UFC fighter, but no mercy does Pat Sabatini have. Get our next timer up. Oh, we're at an OT. Let me get our next prediction up too. Obviously, we're going with Pat Sabatini. All right. Yeah, no, I don't know where they found this guy. This guy has like no stats on him. It's really weird how they've tried to progress Pat so far. I don't know if a player fell through and Pat is getting a fill-in opponent or something. No offense to this guy. I mean, look, you're on the world stage right now competing on UFC Fight Pass. Kudos. You got all my respect, dog, but no data on him really at all. And Pat is going on a hot streak in this grappling and beating really good guys. So, like, what are we kind of doing here? But maybe this guy's got a low-key amazing game. They're just like, okay, here's like a real just focus on grappling. But Andrew Koshel, as we know, kind of that guy as well. And he beat him. So, very interesting. But I will say, undefeated on picks so far, but Kumi and Riley Palmer went to draw. And I really think, honestly, if it was like a decision, Palmer probably won that. So I'm probably only gotten one wrong so far. I'd say that's pretty good. If it's a draw, I'm going to pick judge-wise. And Quinn was my underdog pick. And he absolutely should have won that. Locked in, completely locked in triangle. And 2 different back takes that spanned over like 2.5 minutes. This was a great match. All right, we got our boy Pat Sabatini walking out now. My man Pat loving the crowd right now. Fury Pro Grappling is his domain. Fight. And going out of Henzo Gracie, Philly, Team Tana, Bristol, Pennsylvania. Front rolling onto the map. Reading his opponent. Pat's such a nice guy. Always having so much fun. I'm predicting a very fast finish, though. Very fast finish. Probably back take or guillotine. Back take or guillotine is what I'm calling. All right, here we go. We're on. Pat immediately rushing in, but Fazekas pulling guard, letting him know like, hey, you're gonna have to deal with the guard first. So Pat kind of off to a little bit of challenging start, having to go through a butterfly guard now. Now working a body lock pass, just kind of stand up, trying to go to the outside pass, but Fazekas pulls him into a full guard now. Working on a shoulder crunch maybe, separates. Pat Sabatini trying to figure out how to get this separation as Fazekas has a wrist grip and a collar tie. Sabatini shakes off the collar tie. Fazekas thinking about an arm drag from bottom. Pat Sabatini stands up now in the open guard, tries to knee pass through, gets into a topside half guard with a good crossface. Fazekas with an underhook, though, on his half guard side. He's going to have to deal with this crossface because Sabatini's turning it into a good head and arm control here and not letting Fazekas getting off his flat off his back. Fazekas getting a butterfly hook in and now getting both butterfly hooks back and now got the body lock from bottom butterfly. Trying to roll into a leg lock, it looks like. Oh, man, they are doing leg locks, it looks like. Oh, man. These UFC fighters are taking a lot of risk. Unless Pat Sabatini, I don't know if he isn't in the UFC. No, he's still in the UFC, I'm pretty sure. Oh, man, now he's going from this topside shoulder crunch, from this topside half guard, forcing the deep half where Fazekas has his Kimura arm exposed and not looking good. This is not the kind of deep half you want to be in if you're Fazekas. And Sabatini kind of forcing him into this dangerous situation, making him act from this bottom guard. Very nice. Sabatini keeping that far side arm down, and now we're back into the regular half guard with a heavy Sabatini crossface. Figure 4 on the top side half guard. Now kind of turning the hips over, trying to work that 3/4 mount. But Fazekas getting his frames and getting his knee shield for a second, but then back into the bottom half guard. Now Sabatini working on a Kimura from this top half guard. Fazekas pushing the back of the armpit of Sabatini to get him off. Start a scramble here, but Sabatini staying heavy on that arm and using his head to post on that side so he doesn't get bucked off. Comes back over and works his crossface again and gets that topside half guard. Sabatini just very, very smart plays here. Not rushing, not overcommitting. Going back to his home base if it's starting to look like it's not working. Going over to that Kimura grip again, but Fazekas doing a good job blocking it off. But now Sabatini uses that to get into a head and arm control, maybe in an arm triangle situation from top. Now he's working a knee cut. Now that Sabatini has gotten to his side. And he's very close to getting that knee through. Fazekas having to figure for his legs to make sure. But Sabatini uses it to kick out, and he gets that leg through with a half guard. Fazekas forced to turtle, but then reshoots his half guard, working at a deep half with Sabatini having the head and arm control. Sabatini again using his leg to free that half guard. But Fazekas every time using his hips to elevate him. But Sabatini does that moment to pummel his legs into the 3/4 mount with an arm trapped. With this head and arm control, working the top side guillotine from this 3/4 mount, but lets it go as Fazekas trying to push off that 3/4 mount knee. Sabatini posturing up, taking a breath from this 3/4 mount leg drag. Oh, but Fazekas works back into his half guard from that moment of pause, and now working an underhook while Sabatini has a crossface. 2 minutes 14 seconds. Remember, it is a draw if we go to overtime and that time ends. Sabatini has to get a submission. Now, Fazekas using a ton of energy to work his butterfly hook into the bottom butterfly guard again. But Sabatini stands up, uses his outside passing to pass completely now. He's stepping over the head. Fazekas turtles and then gives his back. Sabatini works from that low hip control with the body lock, trying to work a hook. Deep seatbelt grip. Now in a 3/4 mount with Fazekas trying to get his back to the mat. Oh, arm triangle attempt by Sabatini in the 3/4 mount. Either giving Fazekas the choice of giving his back or feeding into the arm triangle. Now Sabatini working that Kimura grip from the backside, about to sit back into the back take. Sabatini not rushing at all. He doesn't want to go to the back take with the 3/4 mount in. He wants to get the full back control first before he sits back into it. Okay, now he does with the one hook. Trying to work that other hook in. Not doing a hip clamp, just still working the second hook in. Not got it yet. Fazekas trying to turn out and re-turtle. Now he gets his back to the mat. Sabatini in a sort of twister position, but Fazekas looking at it. Oh, nasty leg lock attempt by Sabatini, but Fazekas grimaces there for a second, but gets out of it. Now they're back to open guard passing. Sabatini trying to find a way around. Fazekas trying to posture up maybe. Now they're in the half guard. Reverse De La Hiva. Oh! Sabatini steps all the way around to the knee bar, but Fazekas triangles his legs. Now Sabatini switches to the ankle lock and gets the tap on the oh my goodness. Steps all the way over the torso for the knee bar attempt. Fazekas triangles his legs, so then Sabatini switches to the opposite side angle that is being triangled and goes for the ankle lock. Beautiful, beautiful transition. That was when Fazekas was going for that reverse De La Hiva and got tired for a second and leaned back, and Sabatini saw that gate open, shot his leg through for the knee bar. Very, very beautiful. Oh my goodness. Nice ankle lock finish. And that's how you do it. You have to go through the whole sequence of starting in one spot, ending in another. If you're going to finish these high level guys, it's going to be very, very rare that you just get one submission attempt, and like that first submission attempt is what finishes it with the high level guys. So this was a great showing by Pat Sabatini, showing he has to go a few levels in, even with the guys who are just grappling. Great showing by the other guy too. Honestly, he was no slouch. He had a really good debut. I think this was his debut. No, he went against Joe Selecki first and also got ankle locked in that match. No, back-to-back ankle lock losses. Oh, that sucks. He tried to go for a banana split at first. That was a nasty, nasty attempt. And you saw Fazekas grimace. Steps over for that knee bar. Fazekas triangles his legs. Sabatini pulls that leg that was triangling to protect the knee bar and gets the ankle lock. What a nasty finish. Watched the tape and got another ankle lock finish. That's absolutely crazy. Great match. Appreciate y'all coming by. Make sure to leave a like, chat, and sub. Let's see what Pat Sabatini has to say. How do you rate your performance? He wanted to get the banana split really bad. Dang, he must have really thought that was there. Took what was available, yep. Anything that wasn't there, he would come back to his home base in that top half guard. Come back to the home base. Kimura wasn't given, come back. Let's get that crossface in. Let's restart. Let's go with something else. And that way, you were cooking him that whole time. You weren't getting any submission attempts like that were completed, but you were tiring him out. And once you had that reverse De La Hiva showing there, and he got a little bit lazy for literally a half second. No real criticism, just like a half second to take a breath. Sabatini took full advantage. Very good submission. No fight news for Pat Sabatini yet. Hoping to come back in March though. Who should Pat Sabatini fight? That's a good question, honestly. Who should he fight? 34 years old. Featherweights are so hard to match up, honestly. I don't know. Now we're going to Pyer versus Willie. All right. Where's our Joe Pyer Willie matchup? Here we go. Getting our guys already out. I actually really liked watching Willie, but Pyfer's definitely got this. It's definitely a Pyer dub on the table here. So far, only one wrong. If you're counting the draws that we judge, only one wrong. Palmer probably, if it went to a real judge's decision, won that against Nkuta. But the other one versus Quinn, that was our emotional underdog. If that went to judge's decision, he would have definitely run that with 2 deep submissions locked in. Big submission attempts. Willie, though, from Sharpshooters Grappling Club, coming in with the one, the singlet. Oh my gosh, he's coming in with that singlet with the 80s like tiger print, you know, with the neon pink camouflage from Willie here. All right, Pyer coming out now. Dang, even more votes have gone to Andre Petroski as the stream has gone on. I'm actually super surprised more votes haven't been coming in for Pat. I'm excited to end the poll to see the results right before we start. Pyer dancing on the way out. Getting that vibe. He looks like he's in fantastic shape, like year round. Looks like Willie probably got a little bit of a weight advantage. Maybe. Andre's my cousin. Oh, wait. Andre Petroski's your cousin? Oh, shit. Yeah, Mason Petroski. Let's go. Dang, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, I picked against him. For Pat. But Andre definitely has a chance. I hope he's been doing all right. Dang. Got the family of the Petroskis in here. But we're getting into our Joe Pyer Nicholas Willie match here. We're starting both men starting with hand grip fighting. Locking hands. Pyer trying to stuff a hand down and maybe pass to the back. Snapping Willie's arms down. Pyer working an underhook now from the top. Or from the standing position. Oh, thinking about outside trip and then knee tap by Pyer. Really tough with the size of this mat. Need to make it way bigger. Cannot believe the size that they have these giants at. Excuse the burp. All right, back to grip fighting. Pyer working the collar ties, trying to stuff that arm down again with the wrist grip. Stuffs a single from Willie. Pyer now spinning to the back. Now passing the guard, getting into that side control. Joe's Pyer has got that crossface deep, and then with the far side underhook, just working toward the head, inching closer and closer. Willie turns toward him, trying to stuff that crossface arm, not letting him get it. Trying to get onto his side, but Pyer controlling the hip, wrapping all the way around, still just trying to weave in his crossface, but now he's caught in the half guard on top. Maybe Willie's got a little bottom half guard to work with here. But Pyer slices through with the knee cut straight into full mount and interlocks the ankles under. Got a really tight full mount on Willie. Willie gets his back on the mat now fully. All right. Willie now in a terrible position in this full mount. Pyer getting a crossface from that full mount position. Willie trying to push off the bottom elbow escape. He is trying to get off to his side right now, but Pyer really just keeping all of that chest pressure on him. Willie almost getting to his side a bit, trying to trap the ankle of Pyer with his bottom legs, with his legs. Now he's got that ankle almost trapped. Maybe trying to work the classic sweep, but Pyer ready to go to the back once Willie does that. It looks like he's got a bit of a speed advantage on this top position. Hey, dang. Got New Jersey representing out here, guys. Oh my goodness. Huge day for Philly boys. Philly now, Pyer locking in an arm triangle from this full mount position. Willie trying to call the phone, trying to bend his elbow to make space. Now he's trying to spin, giving his back. Pyer beautifully transitions to the back when Willie goes in. Now he's got the body lock. Switching back to the hooks, though. Pyer trying not to let this position go. Lets one hook out to keep that clamp going, but Willie spins out and gets his back on the mat. Good back take by Pyer there, getting that arm triangle locked in. Huge day for the Philly boys out here. Huge day. Agreed, Mason. All right, Pyer restarting from this topside side control. We're at 3 minutes, actually. Let me pause for a second. Let me pause to get him back to the center. 254, 253, 252. Pyer, again, trying to get Willie's back off the mat and like forcing him onto his side, facing away from him to get that back take and that full mount again. Almost trying to tease a leg drag maybe. Willie maybe trying to use a little reaper there to get his leg back, but nope. Pyer just steps over into the full mount right when Willie tries to face him again. Great timing from Pyer. I don't know why I still got those headphones on. Pyer now trying to work the full mount, but Willie almost electing to get on his side and give the back. Trying to control one arm of Pyer. Gets one ankle in and almost enters into a leg lock sequence. Pyer kicks out. Now he's assaulting the open guard of Willie. Lets him back to his feet. Pyer wanted to put on a show here. He doesn't want to pass guard. Got an underhook from this standing position. Willie's got the head control here, though. Sliding a bit. Pyer feinting a little shot there. Willie now working the underhook with Pyer getting the overhook. Kids from the crowd cheering from our boys here. Pyer with a throw by, trying to get the body lock all the way at the edge of the mat and gets the takedown. Willie now in the bottom half guard trying to get stuff the face of Pyer, but Pyer getting that heavy crossface again, turning Willie's chin to the opposite side and not letting him get up. Pyer now stuffing the far arm of Willie, trying to get an arm triangle again, but Pyer now separates and gives Willie some space. And Willie now trying to work a bottom deep half and gets back up. Oh, Pyer almost pushes him off the mat. A little cheeky from Pyer. Probably trying to, tick Willie off a bit and make him make a mistake here. But 1 minute and 10 seconds for Pyer to get a submission. Trying to clear grips from Willie. Now with the underhook. Ooh, nice little Russian snap from Pyer to get Willie down on the ground. Now in that north-south, now shoots a guillotine and goes straight into the full mount with it. Oh, we got a head and arm guillotine, but Willie bucks out of it. Pyer with the top side full mount. Pyfer's got to get a submission in 45 seconds or we go into OT. 3/4 mount for Pyer. Willie trying to stuff the knee. Now we're still in this 3/4 mount. Pyer trying to free his foot because he wants to get some sort of submission game going here. He's going for that Kimura now from the top side half guard. Ooh, very extended out arm. Willie thought about tapping for a second. He's really cranking. Willie grimacing, trying to keep Pyer from fully extending that arm. Oh, but it's really, really bad. He's got the arm fully extended, now switching to like a straight arm bar. But Willie gets his arm out. Might have had a couple pops either in the shoulder or the elbow there. But who knows. Willie's still fighting now in the knee shield position. Pyer trying to pass with a few seconds left. And that's it. All right, we're going to OT. Sorry I didn't restart the clock, but there was so much action going on, honestly. Okay. All of our guys are going to the corner. Man, Pyer just going ham on Willie from the top half guard and just passing to that full mount, getting Willie to give his back and get the back. That arm triangle attempt was in, though. I really wish Pyer would have kept that shoulder pressure down to keep him flat on the mat, because Willie wanted to turn away from him. Pyer got the back with that, but I would have really liked Pyer to kind of cook him there from that position. Don't let him give his back, and then switch to that full arm triangle, because it looks like Willie just constantly wants to give his back to survive. He does not like that full mount position, it seems. All right, we're going into OT. Willie clearing a little collar tie from Pyer. Pyer still feinting that single leg. I don't think shot really. Kind of gone for trips and then the upper body takedowns, but no shots really from Pyer. Willie being the main shooter. Pyer using the double underhooks to clear Willie by. Big suplex from Pyer. Big mat return, really, and that's the first score from Pyer to get the takedown. That's how we end it, folks. Pyer with that point. Beautiful, beautiful hip. Well, not a. It's a lot of people call it a mat return. Some people call it a suplex of sorts, but whatever you want to call it. Pyer got it. Beautiful, beautiful point from Willie, or from Pyer. That was a very good score. Willie definitely looking bigger from his past bouts, but put on a good performance here. Really tried to go out there and compete. Pyer looking way, way bigger than Willie now that I'm looking at it. Way bigger. Pyer is built like a tank. Absolute insanity. Hey, appreciate y'all coming. Philadelphia, I'm glad y'all are having a good night. We got Petroski coming up soon. My boy Mason. Hoping for that win. Where you at? My boy. I think we got him coming up next. Man, oh man. Got the family of the Petroskis in here ready to go. And the poll, okay, Pat Downey getting a couple votes now. I see the Downey percentage starting to go up. A couple of people, you know, thinking about it a little bit. Let's get this timer back to 6 minutes where it belongs. What's our boy Pyer got to say as well? Oh, he's a little disappointed he didn't get the finish. Oh, he wanted to try mother's milk. Yeah, you should have kept working that full amount. The arm triangle and smothering was working really well, in my opinion. Nice. Dude, Pat Downey was apparently talking crap to Joe Pyer out here. And Joe Pyer calling out his 1-1 MMA career to talk a little crap at Pat Downey. Probably wants that match next after Andre Petroski and him go at it. I think that's a really good setup. Get a little bit of drama going here. I like that from Pyer. Hey, we like Pyer talking a little crap. Wish we saw more of our American guys talking a bit like our American fighters, getting some spotlight. Pyer still undefeated in the grappling. Pro Grappling. Any fight news from Pyer? Question mark? Oh, Dean said Dean knows it, but he's not allowed to say it. Who do we think Pyer is getting next? Who could he possibly be getting next? Maybe Marvin Vettori. I could see a Marvin Vettori matchup. Something like that. Oh, no, they're going to be excited? Paulo Costa? Maybe? No, wait, no, he's 205. What am I talking about? Excuse me. So sorry. He's 205. 205. Right? Am I crazy? 205. No, middleweight. I was right. Okay. Yeah. I think Paulo Costa. That would be pretty sick. Paulo Costa needs to start giving these up-and-coming dangerous dudes some chances. I don't think that is Joe Pfeiffer. Joe Pfeiffer probably going up against Paulo Costa next. That's what I love to see. That's what I would love to see. So let me see. Yeah, we got Andre Petroski, Pat Downey next. Match of the card right here. This is our highlight of the card right here. Oof, man, I'm so excited for this. It's going to be a very, very high-paced match. Pat Downey is going to, I think, push a pace on Petroski. But we know Petroski's got good wrestling himself, good defensive wrestling as well. Oof, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And our vote's almost coming to an end here, Sue, before we get this poll up. Okay. Sorry for all my Petroski boys, my Philly boys out here, but we gotta, or my New Jersey boys, I think, right? Yeah, New Jersey, that's right. From New Jersey, but boys from Pennsylvania now, or from Petroski out, like born in Pennsylvania, or just like fighting out of there now. I wonder. I'd have to look deeper into him. Pat Downey in the same neighborhood in Maryland, though, not too far south of him. East Coast grappling is so nice. So nice. Here we go. Dang right, Mason. On our way. On our way. Oh, man. Born in PA. Oh, thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. Born and raised in PA. Springfield. Oh, dang. So, okay. Very nice. Dude, I almost hate picking against him. I hate picking against hometown guys. Just, you would want them to shine, but he didn't give him any favors in this matchup. Pat Downey is an absolute dog. If you haven't heard recently, let me just inform you real quick. Pat Downey, our man, 32 years old, by the way. Keep that in mind. Very, very prime age. Lost to the CJI to Adam Bradley, but that was a great match. Great match. Absolutely embarrassed Luke Rockhold. Embarrassed him. It was hilarious. But obviously has his Bellator stint. But before that, you got a little bit here and there. Come to the bright side, pal. Dang. You try to give me... I actually really like Petroski in terms of his MMA career. I think he's very entertaining. Even if he's grappling, it's very exciting grappling the whole time. So, Petroski definitely still looking really good here, you know. Submitted Eric Anders, who really made his work grappling and now developed a bit of a striking game. But Petroski now in the fur coat with Downey in the fur hat. They're really cut from the same cloth if you know. But here we go. Co-main event. Take Petroski. Dang, I'm sorry, bro. I've just seen too much good stuff from Pat Downey. I really think he's gonna do well. I think Petroski's a great grappler though. Yeah, I agree. You know what, Mason? You're not wrong here, actually. If he didn't knock himself out, he would have been in the top 10, or would have had a shot at the top 15, excuse me. Like, that was so unfortunate. I could not believe that. And then he had to go against, I think, Michel Pereira, like, after that. Didn't do him any favors after that, right? He's on a good streak now. But before that, dude, that sucks, bro. Like, that's like a hard collision, like right after you just got knocked out from Michelle. That sucks so bad, bro. Like, he was on a great run in the UFC before that. But he's still got plenty of time. I think he can still make a run at the top 15, at least. At least. Alrighty. Springfield, Pennsylvania. Our boy Andre Petroski walking out now. Appreciate everyone coming by. Hey, drop a like. Keep talking in the chat, or our Philly boys are out here representing. Oh, damn. Excuse me, I'm disgusting. Compare recent careers the last 2 years. Oh. Talking about between Downey and Petroski. Oh, don't get me wrong. Petroski's record looks way better than Downey's. But at least I'm just looking at what I've seen recently from Downey. And what he did at CJI, in my opinion, was really good. And I just think he's got too much experience, and it's got too good of a game. And it's coming on now. Yeah, Petroski just got his wraparound. Like, and these guys are a bit of a mirror match, honestly, for one another. Like, good American wrestlers, not gonna be messing around, you know. Gonna be headstrong. All right, we got our guys in the middle here. Petroski. Downey, let's go. Starting immediately. Hips far back. Petroski with a really good arm drag, but Downey immediately counters his arm drag. They separate, smile at each other. Petroski shoots in a double, gets stuffed by Downey. Now Downey's got that front headlock. Broke Petroski down into the turtle. Downey lets him back up. Both guys now playing a little bit slower with their collar ties and wrist grips. Trying to set something up. Ooh, Downey with a big throw by to Petroski. Pointing him at him with the DP versus Conor McGregor. Pointing at Petroski, letting him know, talking a little shit. Both guys interlocked in the collar ties again. Downey working the outside collar tie. Double collar tie, really. Petroski feinting some shots down into the double leg. Petroski feinting a ton. Working that hook on that shoulder. But Downey throwing him by. Using a lot of muscle for those throw bys. Not getting much out of him. He's going to have to get a position out of this eventually. Now letting Petroski kind of move forward into him so he can use that momentum of the throw by to maybe get in on a shot. Petroski shoots a single. Downey stuffs. Oh, Petroski with a big snap down, but doesn't do anything with it. Downey kind of looks back up with him. Guess they're still trying to tire each other out. Downey trying to work an overhook. Got Petroski's hand on the mat. Petroski trying to work a knee tap. He gets it. Downey holding on to the overhook, though. Petroski steps over to the back. Downey stands back up. Tries to use his own knee tap there back up to the feet, but Petroski's got this head and arm. Standing. Downey slips out. Very nice sequence from Petroski. Fighting the collar grip. Oh, I just realized this is 8 minutes. All right, so we're at 6:06, 6:05, 6:04, 6:03. Fighting the collar ties. Again, Petroski moving out the outside of the mat. Got a lot more space to shoot if he wants to. Downey not really shooting much. Kind of counter grappling at this point. Ooh, Petroski tries to get the duck under, but Downey stuffs it and gets Petroski down into a bottom full guard. Petroski trying to underhook a leg to maybe get an angle, but gets stuffed by Downey. Downey stuff in the forearm deep into Petroski's neck. Petroski trying to maybe angle off for a arm bar, thinking about it. 5:23, 5:22, 5:21. Ooh, Petroski getting into the arm bar now. He's got his feet locked. Downey got his elbow clear, but Petroski swims back into the full guard. Very nice. Petroski got a nice little full guard on him. I like it. Not just a wrestler. Downey stepping up to one leg. He need to step up to get out of this full guard. Petroski now got one foot on a hip. Downey trying to maybe stuff that leg down. Petroski got heavy collar ties from this bottom open guard position. 1 foot on hip. Now both feet on the hip. Working into a butterfly guard almost. Bottom half guard from Petroski now. Downey trying to get that cross face. Petroski shoots an underhook. Downey stuffs it. Now Petroski trying to work into a triangle maybe. Working into an armbar from bottom. Downey pulls it out. Now they're into north-south turtle position. Downey on top. Downey got that head and arm control. Petroski trying to fight grips here. Trying to peel the hands. Doing a really good job. Petroski standing back up. Smart move. Don't want to be caught in that bottom turtle position by Downey. Very good match. Little Russian tie by Downey. They reset to the middle. Downey breathing a little bit heavier than Petroski, it looks like. 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. Both guys gripping each other's biceps and triceps. Standing. Back in the center. Petroski dodges a little collar tie. Tries to peel off and duck under. Downey heavy on this collar tie here. Oh, man. Trying to get the collar tie on the outside. Petroski working the collar tie on the inside. Tries to shoot under the single, but Downey sprawls. Trying to work that Russian tie again is Downey. Tries to throw it by twice. Not working. Downey obviously sticking to his game plan, and so is Petroski. That's what you want to see, though, at the high level. You want to see him sticking to a game plan if you find a little bit of success, and as they're breaking down, you can maybe find what you need. Petroski again shooting for that single, getting sprawled on though. Downey's throw by in the Russian tie again. 3 minutes left. Let me go ahead and get this 2:45 going. All right, 2:53, 2:52. Downey working the overhook, but Petroski tries to shoot down for the takedown. Gets to the turtle position. They might give Downey this topside position from the turtle. Nope. Oh, yeah, no, they're giving it to him because Downey got that takedown there. They're giving him that topside turtle position with the seatbelt grip. Petroski trying to roll through with that Granby roll. Doesn't get out yet. Downey's still in the topside turtle. Who's winning? You have to get a submission to win, Leo, unless it goes into overtime. If it goes into overtime, then it's first to score. But right now, Downey's probably winning the exchanges for the most part. Mike, I wish it was mostly Petroski. But right now, Petroski's in bottom turtle. Downey's still trying to find a way to get his back. Downey trying to work the power half now, but Petroski doing a good job of finding the hands and then standing up in that moment of transition. Very good from Petroski. Now he clears the hands and gets out of that body lock. All right. We're getting down to it now. Both guys in the middle. Trying to keep their hips protected on these shots. Petroski with his hips really far back. Working this over-under. Downey trying to shoot an underhook. Gets stuffed. Both guys collar time. Petroski tries to go around and cut an angle. Ooh, Downey with a nice throw by. Gets Petroski down for a second. Then gets the body lock and stuffs him with the mat return. Ooh. Downey with a great throw by. Tries to go for a low single. Petroski has to stand back up. And then he gets the body lock as he's standing back up and dumps him over. Very good from Downey. Now they're resetting back to the center. With Petroski having one butterfly hook in. Now Downey transitioning into the half guard. Petroski trying to work up into an open guard. Back into full guard now. Petroski in the bottom full guard. Pulling on the head and trying to get an arm. Downey driving a lot of weight forward. Petroski could really send him over the top of his head if he really wanted to, but maybe doesn't have that in mind. Okay, now Petroski's got 1 foot on the hip. Downey standing up over him, tripoding. 2 feet on the hips from Petroski, trying to stuff an arm. Not a lot of reverse De La Riva guard work from Petroski here. Not really too experienced with like an open guard. Downey with his arm weaved through from this half guard position, trying to cut around. Now he steps over to the opposite side and then catches Petroski in the body lock, almost fully past. Petroski trying to get a Kimura grip from this side control position now. Downey keeping his hips low, though, so that way Petroski can't leverage anything. He's still... now Downey's got the cross face from the top half guard and the underhook on the far side, flattening out Petroski. 23 seconds to get a submission here. 23 seconds left. Sorry, I know that timer went off, but 10 seconds left. Still the topside half guard from Pat Downey. Wonder if our OT is a different time, too. Looks like we're going into OT, folks. All right. Yep. Pat Downey looking tired after that first one. You think Petroski will have a gas issue? No, Leo. No, Leo. Petroski definitely is not a fighter that has, like, gas tank issues. I don't think. I mean... Maybe against maybe his early UFC career. Yes, early UFC career, I would agree with you. He did have a gas tank issue. At this point, I don't think that's a problem. I think because he knows his game plan and knows what he wants to do, he's not as tense going into fights. I think he's looked a lot better. But no, I don't think Andre has a gas tank issue now, especially when he's just grappling. When he's just grappling, he's efficient. He knows how to use his energy efficiently. But good stuff from Petroski so far. Downey just showing the levels on the feet a little bit to him and sticking to his game plan with those Russian tie throw-bys. All right, we're getting started here with the overtime round with 2 minutes. Both guys, Petroski trying to work that underhook and really throw by Downey, but Downey using the overhook to stuff Petroski down and get the takedown. Petroski not able to stop it, and that's a second underdog pick we get right, baby. Downey with the win. Sorry for my Philly boys. Sorry to all the Philly boys in the chat. But hey, you gotta drop a like, drop a sub, all right, because you know your boy got that prediction right. I knew Downey was gonna get that. His last fight was a stinker. Yeah, Leo, I mean, you know, when you got a grappling base, you know, sometimes your fights aren't going to be exciting. You know, that's just like the nature of, like, sometimes it's just not going to be all that. But Petroski's still a very skilled fighter. And this grappling match was very entertaining. Pat Downey, though, with the win. I'm so sorry, Mason. Sorry, Mike. Baltimore in the house. Baltimore, Maryland in the house. Yeah, Jimbo, I can't believe we got Maryland and Pennsylvania out here rooting against each other. I was with you on Pat Downey, Jimbo. I just want you to know that. But I appreciate all my Philly boys out here coming to the chat, too, coming to the stream. Sorry, Mason. I'm sorry, Mason. You know who I had picked. You know who I had picked, all right? And that's, look, I've only gotten one pick wrong so far. We're going into our main event. Oh, well. Yeah, sorry, Mike. Oh, well. Andre will come back, though. Downey is a really good grappler. The fact that it was that close was really good. Let's see if Downey, after Pyer was talking that crap on the mic earlier. Hey, March, we want Bo. Mason, yes. This is what I like to see. Yeah, Mike, if you can, it's free on YouTube. Go watch the Craig Jones Invitational. Best grappling event ever put on. It's free on YouTube, and it's Downey's in it, a lot of high-level grapplers in it. Very entertaining. In a karate pit, too, so they're not constantly resetting. Best event ever, Mike. Go check it out, for sure. Let's see if Downey calls out Pyer. But I agree, Mason. Give him Bo in March. Dang. He said there ain't no way Petroski was going to take him down for the win in OT. He said all but in the bag. All but in the bag. The disrespect. He said he is giving some props, though. Saying his front headlock defense and a lot of his sprawls were good. I mean, yeah, no, of course. No problem, Mike. Always trying to give out game. What they're doing for CJI. Bo is silent, man. He don't want the smoke. Mason. Boy, you are the best cousin cheerleader that I've ever, like, I wish my cousin gassed me up like you gas up your cousin, bro. This is amazing. Bo is silent, bro. He doesn't want Petroski. He knows how that would go, bro. Petroski, oh man, Bo's got speed and power on the feet, but Petroski, I think, has got a little more tactical moves on the feet. He's not terrible. But Bo versus Petroski, that's a match I would watch on grappling at Fury Pro or in MMA. I would watch either. That sounds like a great matchup either way. All right, we got our next main event coming up. Sean Brady, Richie Martinez, big. I think -800 favorite for Sean Brady here. -800 favorite. I mean, this is a guy. Obviously, Craig Jones was not trying to heel hook him. Did not want to heel hook him. I don't think that they let their guys do anything like that in the main event. That's just what I think is an unspoken rule, to be honest. But shut down Craig Jones' game, because Craig Jones has more than leg locks. He does. And Richie Martinez of that same ilk and older than Craig Jones, I would say is not as good as Craig Jones. I'm saying that very respectfully. But also 40 years old, a lot older than Sean Brady, but a lot more experience than Sean Brady. And experience can still pay off. As we saw with Quinn, the underdog pick, that even though it went to a draw, he had 2 locked-in submissions. I called that Quinn was a good underdog to pick. and he almost took it. He would have won a judge's decision if it didn't end in draw, if no one gets a submission or gets a point in OT. Not getting a point in 2 minutes in OT is so crazy though. Like you would just I don't care if I'm putting myself at risk to lose. Like I would rather lose than get a draw, in my opinion. Because then they at least see that I'm trying to go for it and they'll maybe invite me back. Who knows? That's just my thought process, though. Richie Martinez, though, making his way in, very calm, cool, collected. 10th Planet. I mean, you gotta love watching 10th Planet, guys. These guards are the cream of the crop of guards. In all different games, not just your rubber guards. In all types of guard retention, you got some great stuff from Richie Martinez. Can you give me a rundown who won in Joe? Yeah, Joe Pyer. He absolutely was ragged on. Willie playing a bottom guard for a lot of it, but not giving Pyer not giving Willie any chance to get back to his feet. Like anytime Willie wanted to get back to his feet, he'd pull that ankle up and just stuff it again, and immediately was going to the side control to full mount, and then Willie not giving up his back to the mat the whole time, was going to his side a ton and gave Pyer the back take a ton, man. But Pyer got the back multiple times, tried an arm triangle, was trying a lot to submit him, but then ended up getting the points in OT with the takedown, with a big suplex, big mat return type suplex. It was really entertaining to watch. But yeah, we got Sean Brady, Richie Martinez. Sean Brady showing some respect to Richie before the match starts with the classic orange Japanese print for Sean Brady. Always got to rep the orange in Japanese if you're Sean Brady. Best tattoos in the UFC, without a doubt. Let's get our timer in the correct ones. 8 minutes on the clock with a 2-minute overtime possibility. Here we go. Starting. Richie Martinez, Sean Brady. Sean Brady immediately circling around the outside. Richie Martinez, 6'2" versus 5'9", moving, or 5'10", moving forward on Sean Brady. Heavy collar ties by Richie, trying to get a Russian tie pass by. Working that outside collar tie. Richie staying very calm, very loose, relaxed, not giving Sean Brady any looks of like what he's doing. All right, Martinez pulling with the double wrist grip, pulling guard. Now he's in the full guard. This is a good place to be if you're Martinez. Like, start working from here early while you have a ton of energy. But Brady keeping his base far back in his posture. Very tall. Brady is really good about neutralizing these positions. You saw it in the Craig Jones match. You saw it in pretty much all of his grappling. He is a neutralizer, anti-guard. He breaks the full guard and steps out. Now trying to work his outside passing on Richie. Richie getting to his sit-up guard. Salt gang, salt and pepper gang. I understand, man. If Richie won, that would be really awesome. He'd be a huge underdog. I think like plus 525 or something, I think it was. That would be a huge underdog win. Sean Brady going for that launch on the outside pass, but then stuffs into the half guard. Locks down that bottom leg of Richie and gets a crossface. Sean Brady, though, not electing to do the hip control in the crossface. Electing to try to mess with that outside leg and get the pass on Richie Martinez while Richie's trying to stuff that leg that's not caught in the half guard of Brady. Sean Brady getting some space now out of that half guard. Martinez working a butterfly pass. Brady trying to jump to the other side but gets caught by Martinez's half guard again. Brady still working from this top half guard with a knee shield now. Martinez working that grip on the wrist. Martinez thinking about going under. Try to work an octopus guard, but Brady caught a crossface on the way in. Martinez doing a really good job of controlling the wrist of the crossface arm of Brady and keeping a knee shield. Very safe defensive half guard from Martinez. Now they're separated back to the open guard. Brady trying to work around the outside pass. Martinez extending one arm pretty far out of Brady, and Brady using that to try and knee slide through. Back to the outside pass from the open guard of Brady. Grabbing one of the ankles of Martinez. Drops it. Brady having a tough time getting around this guard Martinez, disengaging from the half guard rather than trying to pass it. Trying to jump through into that knee slide, but again, going to the knee shield half guard on Martinez, getting a crossface. But Martinez still has a knee shield here. He can defend from here. This is not where you want to be if you're Brady. Brady trying to throw by the knee shield, but not working. He's going to have to work it differently than just throwing it by. You'll have to be technical and like bring it up into headquarters. Use your arm to stuff it down. You can't just throw it by on Martinez. He's got too good a technique from this knee shield. Brady still getting his crossface arm blocked, trying to use a knee to get rid of that grip from Martinez. But the knee shield is just not going away from Martinez, and he's still trying to capture that crossface arm of Brady so he doesn't keep him advancing. We're going to be in this knee shield position for a long time, I think, ladies and gentlemen. Because Martinez, I mean, he's not giving Brady anything. He wants to work his grips from this bottom half. Now he's getting a butterfly hook in from this bottom half. Lets it back out. Sean Brady now advancing a little bit. Brady thinks he's in a gi. Yeah, Brady is doing very silly things. He needs to stand up and just keep outside passing. I like that he disengages from the half guard and that he just goes back to the outside passing, because you're going to need to be a little bit more dynamic against Martinez. I mean, if you're going to try and stuff him, bro, stand up and wrestle. I mean, Martinez isn't going to get up. Martinez is going to play guard. He's 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, Leo. If you don't know 10th Planet, that's like the Eddie Bravo guys. I'm sure you do know. But, oh, now Martinez going with the lasso over the arm and almost getting an arm bar on Brady there for a second from that bottom guard, open guard. But Brady gets out of it, and we're back in a knee shield. But, yeah, Leo, 10th Planet guys aren't going to wrestle. That's just the thing. Oh, Martinez now pulling over into the omoplata, but Brady posturing out and throwing him down onto the mat. Martinez with the nasty rubber guard omoplata attempt, getting absolutely stuffed by Brady. Picked him up off the ground and just threw him down. Got his arm out. Now he's in this topside half guard, capturing a far arm with a Kimura now. No knee shield. Martinez flat on his back with his far arm captured. Brady now getting a grip over the head from this bottom half guard, working to pass into the full mount. Working to get topside guillotine with one arm. Now he's got it collected with both arms, working it, and he gets the tap on Martinez. Guillotine from full mount from Sean Brady. He submits Richie Martinez. No slouch on the ground is Richie Martinez. This is a great, great sub from Sean Brady. No matter the age, Richie Martinez is a very, very good defensive guard. There is no way. Wow. Yeah, Sean Brady having a lot of trouble submitting Craig Jones, and like to be able to submit Richie Martinez like this. Sean Brady still moving up to that next level like we saw him against Kelvin Gastelum. Yep, Sean Brady with that win. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't see the prediction video for this event from me, all but one wrong. And that was and honestly, that wasn't even technically wrong because it ended in a draw. I wonder if I guess, can you bet on a draw for Fury Pro Grappling? I guess the odds would be really different because it's a lot easier to get to a draw. But I guess that's still technically wrong. But against Riley, Palmer, and Nkuta, it went to a draw, but Palmer, I think, definitely beat him if it went to a judge's decision. But yeah, our boy Sean Brady here getting his hand raised. Did Pat win? Pat Sabatini absolutely wrecked house. So Leo, listen to this. If you know what a reverse De La Riva is, the guy that Pat Sabatini was going against, the guy was in bottom, reverse De La Riva, that Pat was in top. Pat completely passed his leg over the top of the dude into a knee bar into the other leg. The guy figure forward his legs to stop the knee bar, and so Pat switches to the leg that's doing the figure four and gets the straight ankle lock, and that guy got straight ankle lock back to back twice. So yeah, Pat Sabatini also was a negative 1,500 favorite. That guy did not have much data on him, actually. I couldn't find any clips on that dude, but he was actually pretty good. He had a good guard and was game against Pat and was really trying. But there was one moment toward the end of the match with 10 seconds left, actually. 10 seconds left. Pat Sabatini finished it up. But it was absolutely beautiful. Beautiful event up to down. But yeah, if you guys aren't watching my prediction vids, I mean, you know how it is. Pat a demon on that. Dude, Pat is a demon on the mat. He got Andrew Koshel, who was up on this card. Andrew Koshel was earlier on the card. Very Andrew Tackett-like in his pace. Not similar in the game-wise. He actually likes leg locks and front headlocks. but same kind of crazy pace as Andrew Taggart. And Andrew Koshel lost to Pat Sabatini. Pat Sabatini worked him. But great match by Ritchie and Sean Brady. Highly technical chess match. That knee shield position was huge headquarters for Ritchie, and for Brady to go through it and having to start from getting a full half guard to getting pushed back to that knee shield and constantly deal with the grips from Ritchie. It's crazy. You're right on picks. Hey, you know your boy, and I'm just going to be dropping more and more pick videos, so definitely sub to the channel. Come get the picks from me. You know, I'm going to try my best, especially for the grappling events. I got a lot more knowledge on grappling, and I'm a lot more confident in picking things like this. So definitely check out my stuff. Only one wrong tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on the picks for Fury Pro Grappling 12. But I think that's going to end it for the stream tonight. I appreciate y'all coming through. Let's see what our Downey Petroski poll ended at. That was 18 votes, 61% Petroski, or 61% Downey, 38% Petroski. Yeah, this is what I think the odds should have looked like, honestly. I can't believe Downey was an underdog. Downey was a great underdog to bet on. Insane. But that's going to end it for us tonight. Great event. Sub to the channel. Leave a like. Be sure to be around for the next event.